Hi, my name is Pamela Stewart, but I go by Joy, my middle name. I am a student at Liberty University in the Interdisciplinary Studies program, majoring in psychology, business, and theology. I am married to a pastor for the last 25 years, and I have 2 children, and I have 2 grandchildren, so I keep pretty busy. I am also employed by my local public school district. I teach special ed in the classroom to children who have behavioral needs, and I also meet IEP goals for those students. I am also full-time at Liberty, so I'm really busy. I have lots of hobbies. I like to be outside, I like to walk, I like to hike, I like to swim, bike, anything that gets me outside and gets me moving. So winters in Maine are long and cold, so we snowshoe and we do things like that. I'd like to talk to you today about a time in my life that was very difficult for me, but was also a turning point in my life. The year was 2005, and I was a student at Davis College, and my husband was a student at Baptist Bible Seminary. At the time, we were living on campus at Davis College in Southern New York, and we had 2 children, grades 3 and 5, and I was a homeschool mom as well as a full-time student myself. I also was playing basketball for the Davis College team because they were shorthanded and they needed another person to play or else they wouldn't have a team. I was 30, so it was very difficult for me to be on that basketball team with those young girls, but I did it. We also had a group of ladies on campus that did a Bible study once a month, and I taught that to the staff at Davis College, so that was a little intimidating for me and took a lot of my time studying for that as well. So I did not have a lot of spare time or a lot of downtime, which caused me to deal with anxiety for the first time in my life. Never before had I experienced these feelings, and I don't ever want to experience them again. So my heart goes out to people that deal with anxiety and depression on a regular basis. I luckily have a husband who pays close attention to me and realized that I was going downhill fast and I needed some help. He stepped in when I could not, and he pulled me out of my classes, and he told me we were moving back home to Maine because I needed to heal and get better. This was an awesome ministry to me by my husband, as he was in seminary, and I felt terrible that I was pulling him out of that. But he insisted that this was what the most important thing was, and I couldn't thank him more. We moved back to Maine, and I was able to spend a lot of time in the Word. I was able to do a lot of self-reflection, trying to understand why I felt like I needed to do all of those things that I was doing at Davis College. But I believe that God taught me this lesson before I became a pastor's wife, to show me how difficult it was going to be as a pastor's wife, because there is a lot of demands on my time. Had I not learned that lesson, I might have struggled a lot in the beginning of our ministry. But because God allowed me to see my shortcomings and to humble me in the way that He did and show me that, Joy, you don't need to do it all, I don't. I learned that. And I'm very, very thankful that I learned that lesson. Now I am able to say no when I need to say no, but I can say yes when I know that it's God's will and I need to say yes as well. So that time taught me a lot. It taught me humility. It taught me that I don't need to be everything to everybody. I just need to do what God wants me to do. It taught me that being a wife and a mom is my most important job above all else. But it also taught me that God is there for me. And during that time, I felt like God was so far away. But God showed me I'm not far at all, and I haven't moved one bit. It was me that had moved. Even though I was doing all of these things that I felt were for God, I think a lot of them were for me, and I learned that lesson as well. So as I go on in ministry, and I continue on as a student, and I begin to finish up this semester at Liberty University and continue on to get my master's in clinical mental health, I've learned when I need to stop. And I've learned that God is most important in my life, then my husband and my children, and then any other ministries and career paths I may choose. So I hope that this helps somebody to say no and to understand that you don't have to do it all. Looking forward to learning with all of you here at Liberty University, and thank you for watching my introduction video.